This is Amud Yomi Gemara in Shabbos Daf Nun Hey Amud Beis, and we're at the very top of Nun Hey Amud Beis, and we're in the middle of discussing that which we saw in the bottom of Nun Hey Amud Aleph, which was the memra of Rav Ami, the Ein Misa B'lo Cheit V'in Yisurin B'loi Avon. Meisvei asked the Gemara, Amr B'lachesh Shaz Nekedesh Baruch Hu B'Rei Shalom N'Nakenas the Mitzah Allah Marishayin. What is the reason that you decreed Misa, death on Adam Arishan? Amr Lehem responds, Hashem, mitzvah kala sivisa v'avar alel. I gave Adam Arishan one small mitzvah, says the Kadosh Baruch Hu, and he was over on that mitzvah. That's why there was Misa. Amr Lai asks the Malachi Asharis, Valei Moshe v'Aaron. They as well, Shekid Kol Terakula Umesu. What do you mean? They were Mekayim the old Torah, and even they died. Amr Lahem responds, Hashem, Mikra Echel et Tzadik l'Rasha v'Latayv. There's one entity, one Misa that happens to everyone, regardless if they sinned or not. And therefore, that's why Moshe and Aaron were nifter. So, but says the Gemara, what do we seemingly see from here? Asks the Gemara. We see that there is such a thing as Misa b'lo Avain. Rav Ami said there's no such thing, that Misa always has to do with some level of Avain. But we see clearly that's not the case. Explains the Gemara, Rav Ami, who says, a Misa b'lo Avain who? Tamar ki Aitanya, the Tanur Shimon Lazar Aimet. Af Moshe Aaron Becheta Mesa, they died because of Aveira. She never yam Lamanti be, because he didn't believe in me. Hamanti be. From here we learn out that if Moshe and Aaron did believe in Hashem, they would never have to leave the world. Meisvei asked the Gemara further. Says the Brisa, there are four people that were nifter purely, only because of the Eitzah of the Nachash, meaning they didn't know Aveiros, but they were nifter because of the Chat of Adam Arishan, Eliam Binyamin ben Yaakov, number one. Amram Avi Moshe, number two. Yishai Avi David, number three. And Kilav ben David, number four. V'kulu Gemara Levar Yishai Avi David. And they're all a Gemara aside for Yishai Avi David. The Mefarish Beikra, by Yishai we have a pasuk that says, Chsev V'samasa Sam Avshalom Tachas Yoyav. Avshalom put Amasa over the army. Al Atzava of Amasa ben Ish Ishma Yisera, a Yisraeli. Shabbal Avigail Bas Nachash Achois Surah Im Yoiv. Who's here with Avigail, the daughter of Nachash, and the sister of Surya. Chibas Nachash Havai asked the Gemara, was Avigail really the daughter of Nachash? V'lobas Yishe Havai. Techsev Achir same Surah of Avigail. So why does it say that Avigail is Bas Nachash? Ella explains the Gemara, you know what the pasuk is teaching us? Bas mi, Abigail is the daughter of someone that Shemei's Ba'atav Shal Nachash died only because of the sin of the Nachash, meaning there were no other Aveiros that Yishai Avi David, Yishai the father of David did. Mani asked the Gemara, who is the previous Brisa? Ilema Tanam Lachesh Shares. V'yikom Moshevar Elav Rav Shimon Elazar Yishma Mina Yishvis B'Lochev Yishum B'Loyavin. Tiyofta the Ravami suggested the only time there's Misa and Avai, Misa, only time there are Yisurin is with Chatayim and Avainais. But it proves the Gemara that's not true. We could have people that had zero Aveirais, but of course they're still going to be Nifter. Continues the Gemara, Amar Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani, Amar Rav Yonasan. Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani teaches in the name of Rav Yonasan, we're a few lines into the very wide lines. They were all equal as one. Excuse me, we're 8 lines into the wide lines. You just finished right after the 2 dots. Elamani Makayim says the Gemara, so what do you do with the pasuk that says V'yishkav esbiya pelagish aviv Malamin shebil bel matzoi shel aviv. From the psukim, we can learn that Reuven messed up the beds of his father. And the pasuk continues as if he lay with her. So says the Gemara, it's not so simple that Reuven didn't do an aver, because the psukim seemingly seem that he did. So Tanya says the Gemara, let's dive a little bit deeper into the story of Reuven. Rav Shimon ben Elazar Aimer, we're 10 lines into the wide lines. First one line is Rabbi Shimon. Mutalai says that in that Tzadik Ruvain was saved from Aveira of Loibam says Eliadai. Why Reuven did not actually do the Maisa, was never actually together with Bilhah. Can it be that his descendants will stand in Har Evel and say, cursed is he who lies with his father's wife, the other and Reuven himself was Baal, the wife of his father? Amani Makayim, what does it supposed to mean? What does it mean the Reuven lay with Bilhah, the plagues of his father? Elboin Imayita. It means that Reuven wanted to take revenge. Reuven wanted to get involved in the elboin, the hurt, the affront of his mother Leah. Omar said, Reuven, if my mother's sister Rachel was a rival to my mother, but the maidservant should be. Reuven couldn't understand. I understand that Rachel's vying for Yaakov, but for Bilhah, that Reuven couldn't handle. Says the Gemara Kitanoi, and as much as we just learned that Reuven Lamaisa did not sin with Bilhah, says the Gemara, it's not so simple. We're smack in the middle of the very wide lines. The first one line is Yitzue, right after the parentheses. Says the Gemara Kitanoi. In reality, it's Machlekes Tanoi and whether Reuven did this Aveir or not. Says the pasuk that Yaakov says to Reuven, Pachas Kamayim al Taisar, you were very quick, should not be. Says the Gemara, Pachas, we can learn now, Pasta, you acted quickly, Chavta, you became Chayiv, and Zalta, you belittled. Rishomer Pasata al Das, you trembled on the halacha, Chatasi, you sinned, Zanisa, you acted with Zanos. Rabbi Gamliel Omer Pilalta, you daven Chalalta, you prayed, Zarcha Tfilascha, and your tefillah came forward. We still need the psukim from Moidai. Rav Lezer Moidai Omer what? We have to switch around the letters in Darshin. Pachas backwards from the Zayin forward. Ziazata, you trembled. Hirtata, you drew back. And Barcha Chetimcha, and the Veira flew away from you. And Rav Amar Rabbi similarly Pachas. So Chartan Shel Davar, you remember the punishment. You made yourself sick. You held yourself back for doing Averais. So different shita is whether Reuven actually did the Aveira or not. We're 20 lines from the end of the Amid, the two dots, in which we learn Reuven b'ni Alai b'nei Shimon Dav Shalom v'Yoyesh Simin. Amar Rav Shlomo Nachmani Amar Rav Yonasan Kolai Mer b'nei Eli Chatu Einu Alatoya. So we just discussed and when it says Reuven sin. Now we go to the next. The children of Eli, Shnei b'nei Eli, Chavni Pinchas Kanam Hashem, Savalik Rav, says the Gemara Rav Yonasan, who says that the b'nei Eli never sinned, holds like Rav. Diamar Rav Pinchas loy chata. Rav said Pinchas, Diamar Rav, Kama. Pinchas loy chata. Makish Chavni le Pinchas. Pinchas lo chata, Chavni lo chavna. Almani Mekayim asked the Gemara, what do we do with the pasuk that says that she ishkvonis es hanoshim, that they were lying with women, which seems that both Pinchas Chavni were involved in this nus. Says it means that since they didn't bring their karbanos, so they were not mutter to their husbands right away. Mala because of kilush chavum, meaning the they weren't mizaneh, but because they delayed their carbon, so it was a little bit extra time till they were able to be together back with their wife. That delaying husband and wife being together at some level is like zinos. Says the Gemara, Gufa Amar Pinchas, 10 lines from the bottom. First one line is Rav. Gufa Amar Rav, Pinchas leichat Hashem v'achim v'nechut achi tov achi chava ben Pinchas ben Eli koyin Hashem. Hashem chata b'al yadav v'kazim yachzik. Could it be that Pinchas in Aveira and the pasuk includes him in the wonderful kahuna, the yichus of kahuna? Cut off someone who does such a veris. So rather must be because in sin. If one who is mizan is Yisrael, he will not have children who are air, who are awake amongst the chachamim, and he won't have children who are oineh, who are responsive amongst the talmidim. V'im kayinu, then what? Leila ben Magish Mincha, you want to have a child that brings karbanos. So seemingly we have to explain that Pinchas didn't do an Aveira. He lied with a woman. Yishkevein, Ksiv says the Gemara, he lay with them. Says the Gemara, but what do you mean? V'aksiv albani ki loi toiva shmua. It's not good. Amar Nachman Yitzchak, b'ni ksiv my son. V'aksiv ma'avirim. Amar Avuna Rei Yeshua be ma'aviram. Ksiv you're causing people to do averos. V'aksiv b'nei Belial. Says Gemara, did Bichos do that? Absolutely not. But because he could have been Meicha and he didn't, that level it is considered like he did the Avera. Pick it up from here, B'siyata Dishmaya.